Whew, the fish aren't biting much today. Perhaps I've caught too many here. Merde! Have I disappointed your plans? You can't fish? That is horrible to hear. It is such a pleasure. Life is difficult, no? Even the smallest things out of reach. But when you fish, you can reflect. As simple as finding happiness. Well, at times, yes. Easy as digging for worms, at least. And one can lead to the other. Pardon me, I can ramble. Reflection is good, yes, but it can lead to brooding. My leg, she makes it difficult to focus now and again. Oh, I'm out of bait. You? No. I cannot ask you this. Look at you, that heroic garb of yours. Clearly an important person. Scrounging for bait, this is peasant's work. Well, if you insist, of course. I could do this myself, you know, but your eagerness, I'd be unchivalrous to decline. Oh, and you can find bait in the bushes nearby. You see? Very simple to do. Also, I need no charity, so... for you, your first fishing pole. She is old and weathered, yes, but very capable still. And for your first lesson, casting without bait is a waste of your time. And the fishes. Think of the bait like a paintbrush. Catching the fish. Now that's the art. Yes, you get it, don't you? The vision. Start with a humble pond, and you'll soon graduate to the great wide ocean. There, you may find the masterpiece. I speak of my dream, my eternal longing, my nemesis. The greatest, most terrible fish to ever swim in water. Gladys. Yes, Gladys. A wily foe and the end of many a fish dreamer. I was not always so sedentary, you know? I have Gladys to thank for that. She took from me that which was dearest in all the world. And yet I will best that scaly brute and have my vengeance. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, my dreamy young apprentice. We all must start somewhere, so get to it. Catch us a fish. Fantastic. Fantastic, you have been busy with your reel. A master fisher in the making indeed. A burgeoning artist, I might even say. Listen to you. You are as sunlight that glimmers upon the deepest waters. La lueur. I think my ancient fishing ensemble would interest you. Yes, the seekers of the questing bass. A sacred order of knights who fish. We are noble, regal, not quite profitable. My squires are working on that. They are younger, mine's more flexible for business. One is so diligent, the other is a bit of an idler, and I am stuck in my ways. Oh, what a group we are.
Pitching hay and shoveling manure. It doesn't suit you, Priscilla.
Puts my mind at ease. Clear, complicated work.
And when was the keen swordplay of our most dutiful knight ever complicated?
I only raise my sword now to keep the lost at bay.
Priscilla, you're not making any sense.
I can't even say it. You wouldn't believe me anyway. We were naive to be so hopeful.
I cannot imagine what's come over her. Sir Priscilla was Pridewin's most honorable knight. And now, when we need her most, she refuses my orders. Everyone seems to think Gawain's already assumed command. Lockney is an outright defiance. He's changed. I don't even know him anymore. Is that what you discovered in the ruins? Was Lockney behind the strange tablet at the mine? The pirates, too? I am having trouble understanding what his ultimate goal is, or if he even has one. I don't know. I now question everything the minister said, but the knights at Aeternum Keep did meet Sir Gawain. Priscilla did tell me that much. Priscilla was there, in fact, but she won't talk about it. It's infuriating. I need a moment to collect myself. If you are so inclined, you should try and talk to her.
If you're expecting to have more luck plying me for answers than the Knight Regent, think again. I don't know you, and I sure as hell don't owe you anything. And truth be told, I don't owe her either. I've forsworn my oath. The politics of Pridewin are no longer my concern. I'm perfectly capable of defending my land and estate. Outside of that, it's none of my business what goes on, who falls, and who doesn't. The knights I served with at Tirnan Keep were the bravest, most loyal men and women I've ever known. To think of them as fallen, it's too much to bear. I believe that to be the case, though some may remain. I left one day, and I haven't gone back. If you want to know what's happened at Tirnan Keep, I suggest you go and have a look for yourself. Then, you can try to explain it to the Night Regent. I've said as much as I'm going to say. You and the Night Regent are welcome to shelter here, but I'll answer no more questions. If you are going to venture into Tirnan Keep, I suggest you don't tell the Night Regent. It's better she doesn't go there. There's nothing left for any of us.
Vitog! Ok! Vitog! Ok!
For centuries, the throne has been empty. Yet you served faithfully, never once questioning your duty. Now, as the heir returns to claim his rightful place, you have the honor of being the first to kneel before him. Let us recite the oath.
For the glory of Avalon, I swear my honor and allegiance to crown and bloodline of the king, for this day and until the end of eternity.
Behold, the heir of Artorias! High King Gawain!
Swear.
Be strong now. I will bestow his blessing.
You have a duty. If the king is here, why aren't you by his side?
I don't belong there.
How can you say that? Your oath is your bond. What could be more important?
My oath was to the king, not a monster. Damn it, Gawain is lost, Jay. A soulless husk. I will not serve such a thing.
Lost? But Minister Lochner says he's been preparing.
Lochner has joined his king in darkness, and so have the other knights.
How? How did this come to pass?
Are you happy now? If you've been to Tiernan Keep, I'm assuming you know the truth. Sir Gawain is lost, and he and Lochner intend to rule a lost kingdom. Thank you, I suppose. Though I have no further need of it. My days as a knight are done. I fought honorably to protect Artorias and his legacy for several lifetimes. But I will not follow the heir down this path. Nor will I stand against him. Prydwen is Sir Gawain's right by blood. And though I've forsworn my duty to the bloodline, I will not oppose him, even if he is lost. There are some benefits. There are some benefits to being new to the island, aren't there? Maybe fate has ordained you to be the one to shoulder this burden. If you fought your way into Aeternum Keep and returned with your soul intact, you are valiant, at least. If Jay wishes to fight, she's fortunate to have you. That's... It's not what I'm going to do. I cannot fight in this battle. I bury my arms and knight's armor. My fighting days are done. Thank you for understanding. And for your support of the Night Regent. You should go to her now. I hope you both find your way forward.
So you've been to Aeternum Keep and saw the horrors Priscilla described? I can't imagine. Gawain, Lochner. This is worse than even my darkest fears. Yes. As Knight Regent, it is my duty to defend the kingdom against all threats. Lochner may believe the kingdom is the bloodline, but I know it to be the people. And I will fight for the people of Prydwen until the last shred of my soul is forfeit. You have no such duty, but I welcome the support if you will fight at my side. First priority is ensuring Prydwen is prepared to defend itself against whatever threats emerge. Second, we must look south. Oh, what have I done? Thank you. I will return to Prydwen. As Regent, that's where I belong, whether the city stands or falls. I will rally whatever knights remain to our defenses. She'll have to make her own choices. I must collect myself before I head north. I'll say our farewells. You should leave now. Find Grace and ensure she's safe. If possible, get a sense of what we're up against, and then return to Prydwen and we will make our stand. Godspeed, my friend.
About time I got some reinforcements down here. Remember that lost pirate den in the north? That's a small affair compared to this place. Our good friend Minister Lochner was here too. Those Egypts who followed him are all lost now and under his command. What about you? Learned anything new? What? Ah, you're joking me. This true heir everyone's so excited about is actually a soulless ghoul. Ah, I guess now the minister's plan makes sense. That bastard Lochner is planning to turn all of Monarch's bluffs to lost. I guess though the scariest part is how close he is to succeeding. They're clearly making preparations here to launch an attack on Prydwen. Hordes of lost, stockpiles of explosives. I'd say they're about to make their move. Well, we've discussed this partnership before, haven't we? I get the lay of the land, and you do the battling part. You'll be facing long odds, but you're like a lucky anchor. I'd consider making a wager on you, regardless. Not a problem. I'll always tell it to you straight. I'd suggest you destroy as many explosives as you can, and take out that glowing altar too. Now, what would you have me do? Now there's an order I don't mind following. I could use a cup of mead after all this crawling around. I'll go and tell the Night Regent what's what. but my hopes go with you. It's better if these bastards never set sail.
Surprised to see me, are you? Brushing the dirt from my armor was no easy task. But after your friend Grace told me you were here alone, I had to come. My heart was conflicted. But in the end, I took an oath as the protector of the kingdom, not a single ruler. I won't forget that again. Of course, it seems I arrived too late. Hearing the ruckus and seeing the smoke, I assume you succeeded in disrupting their war preparations? Well, there's something to be grateful for, even if I am a little disappointed I missed all the action. Perhaps we don't stop there. You see, I know where Sir Gawain and Lochner are conspiring in darkness to steal all our souls. They're in Gawain's ancestral home, Corbenic Castle. I thought you might. It is indeed best for Pridewind that the Knight Regent is safe and fortifying the keep. You and I are more expendable. Make no mistake, Gawain is every bit a knight of legend, and Lochner's a diabolical snake. This will not be an easy fight, but it is a necessary one. Ha! Then let's get on with it, shall we? Corbenic Castle is just across the water to the west. I will go ahead and scout the castle's defenses. Don't take long. Here we are, home to one of King Artorius' greatest knights and his heir. It was a bastion of valor back then. Today, it's a monument to darkness. I look to the ramparts and I recognize many knights, now lost. They were dear friends. This will not be easy for me. No. But I do. This is my duty, and I am sworn to it. You can attack from the gates, and I will use a hidden entrance on the other side of the castle. Your courage is unquestionable, and I've witnessed your prowess in battle. I will fight my way up from below, and we will confront Gawain together. Gawain and Lochner must be defeated, whatever it takes. Godspeed to us both, friend.
My liege, it is now my honor to join you, without reservation. Raise your sword. And now, you shall be the first to experience the King's justice. My lord, I leave this wretch to you.
For the glory of Avalon. Until the end of eternity. I am sorry I arrived late to Gawain's Hall. The lost knights fought fiercely and with cold resolve. I arrived only in time to see Lochmere fall. Your courage and valor have spared Prydwen from a dreadful fate. The Knight Regent will undoubtedly want to cover your chest in medals. Of course. She has led us admirably for many decades now, and the people adore her. Probably even more after this. With Gawain exposed and defeated, however, the question of the true heir is settled. It might clear the way for a new monarch. Now that is an excellent idea. I can think of no one more deserving. A new queen to lead us into a new age, with new hopes and vision for the future. I will go to Pridewind to share Gawain's sorry end. And I will discuss your suggestion. You must come too. If there is to be a coronation, you must attend.
This is already more fanfare than I had hoped for.
As far as coronations go, I would say this is fairly modest.
A ceremony befitting our humble new queen.
Queen. I'm not sure I'll ever get used to hearing that.
No more stalling, my queen. People of Pridewind, honored guests. Together, we have endured great hardships. But despite it all, a steady hand has guided us through the storm. May I present to you... Queen Jinjay of Pridewind.
I'm glad you made it. We waited as long as we could. I think the people of Pridewind wanted to ensure all the preparations for Gawain were put to use. But it wouldn't have felt right without you. This victory really belongs to you, truly. And Priscilla's account of your heroics only reinforces that. I'll take the compliment. I'll need all the confidence I can get if I'm to rule this land as a monarch. I still haven't quite got used to the idea. I was hoping your friend Grace would make an appearance today, but I guess she meant it when she said she was heading north. But what's next for you? You would make a fine knight, and we sorely need to rebuild the Order. But I also understand if voices are calling you elsewhere. You hear the voice of corruption? I've heard legends of its insidious torment. What an awful burden you must bear. I had no idea. In the days of Artorias, they say it was the voice of Myrddin that called knights to evil. It drove them mad. I know of no cure, but there's an old man who comes to Pridewind now and then. He goes on and on about corruption. Some say he's deranged, but I see wisdom in his eyes. He fishes the East River. Perhaps if you seek him out, he will help you.
On the surface, we are still and quiet. But there is a struggle in the darkness below. The outcome? Unpredictable. Away with you, ghost. You'll scare away the fish. I remember you not, and care not to, even if I could. I offer you nothing, but you remain. I can give you a name, if that would help. Some have called me Jonas. There are other names, but they will not speak themselves. One is enough, I think. Only those who seek misery would ask such a thing. You should banish your misery, like I have banished mine. If you do not, only terrible things can come of it. I do not see a hole in your head. Perhaps a hole in your mind. The stones to the north are useful to fill such holes. You can read them if you can find them. Replace your ghost with others.
Old stones have nothing but irrelevant answers to forgotten questions. You will not find truth here.
In memory of Soul Warden Ramanos Aguilar, bearer of the Eternal Torch, whose service straddled centuries. All souls fade in time, but he held steadfast against the darkness until the last. May his sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after. In memory of Soul Warden Christina Krempel, whose gaze never wavered. Her pursuit of humanity's best nature, her defiance of darkness, and her calm wisdom kept the flame of our hopes burning until the last. May her sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after.
This place is familiar. My feet remember what my mind does not. Have you found any new voices, Hunted One? What were they? My mind itches. Yes, at that word. Perhaps this is where my ghost lives. That cave. Yes, inside it. Something that needs retrieving. The ghosts are loud here. This place remembers sorrow. My bones rattled with it. You went into the cave. What did you find? What does anything do in a bear cave? Perhaps it was napping. Yet there is pain in the rent cloth. Shame, too. How odd. The voice of that ghost has faded. But there are yet others in the stones to the north. Go. I won't be long behind.
In memory of Soul Warden Reyes Vitan, devoted servant of the Order. He took no pride, no ambition in our sacred duty. All that was asked, and much that was not, he gave willingly. By his example, did others embrace our greater purpose. May his sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after. In memory of Soul Warden Constanza Soberia, who gave all that was to be given. May her sacrifice be a lesson for those who come after.
hear my own voice, faint but in chorus with the ghosts here. My hands on the stone, my memories given to the land and taken from my soul. A mercy, perhaps. It was corruption. It took their souls, those voices lost to time. It will take all of us before the sun sets on the world. You, sooner, if your voice cannot be silenced. But there are answers here. A path that leads where many have sought to go. Those who would stand against the corruption. You speak of that voice that assaults your mind. This path may be the only way to see it silenced. A valiant effort to stem the tide, perhaps, or more likely to simply take a stand against the inevitable. There are no final answers here, nor anywhere, but it may yet be a reprieve for one who has been marked, such as you. The voice you hear is not heard by all, and the power it pursues has become your burden to bear. Go on then. Seek the strength of the Soul Wardens. Face the trial in the tomb of old warriors. It may be your only hope.
I, Gilgamesh, do solemnly bow under the radiance of the sun and the luminescence of the stars, in the presence of the gods who serve as an Amara, the blessed inheritor of the eternal fire. I vow to be both noble and true, to heed the divine voice, and to aid my people against all hardships and foes. I also swear on my bonded soul to ease the world's pain and to fulfill my sworn obligations regardless of the price. I give my breath to the wind.
Prove your strength time and again, and I am impressed. We will make history together.
Well, imagine the kinds of people you run into on the roads around here. But you're looking a little haggard, if you don't mind me saying so. Had an eventful journey, have you? Thought I heard scuffling in those ruins. I was thinking there might be some treasure in there. But you don't look like you found something. You look like you're still searching. Now that you mention it, there was an old codger a few paces back. They've got a proper city that direction. I'll be going back soon enough. But if you want to go after this geezer, go that way and just ask around town.
Welcome to Oxborough, traveler. I hope you've brought coin to spend and goods to trade. We're always open for business. Whatever services you seek, you will find in Oxborough. I guarantee you that. All types for hire. What manner of person do you seek? I have to say, it is a very specific person, and frankly, one that no one has ever asked for. You're the first. But I did see him not long ago. He's quite, balmy, you know? And I'm not sure if he's for hire. Constable Messiah often humors him with conversation. Ask her about him.
Ah, always good to welcome a guest to Oxborough, and one who appears to have means. The signs are auspicious today, you know. Whatever you came to our fair city looking for, I'm happy to help. You've only to ask. You're looking for Jonas, really? That is a rather outlandish notion. Are you a long-lost relative? Caretaker? He's quite far gone, I'm sorry to say. Comes through town now and then, often raving about corrupted. I've asked him to bring his concerns to me to avoid worrying anyone, of course. In Oxborough? Don't be absurd. This city was founded by the Roman legions centuries ago, including yours truly and my valiant husband, Centurion Mesha. In all this time, the city has never fallen. Jonas means well, but his fears are unfounded. That said, I don't know where he is. Ask Atticus at the inn, he'll know.
If you're here to request a ballad dedicated to your family's glory, you'll have to get in line. Half of Oxborough is acting on that craze just now. Or perhaps you're looking for something a little more nuanced. Do tell. Oh, you're a friend of Jonas. How marvelously charming. I always worry after him. Quite lonely, the old man, but he likes it that way. Oh, I've offered to let him stay in my proprietor's guest suite, but he prefers his little hut on the pond north of the city. You'll find him there. Good luck.
Welcome to the Autumn Rest. Always a colorful place to be. You're here to check in? Be my guest. Haha, literally.
I would ask you to walk softly, but the fish are already wise to me. Travel on, stranger. Ah, but you are familiar. Two voices, one mind. Yes, we've spoken before. What brings you to my hover? Oh? Did I abandon you, or did I just walk ahead? I walk a great deal, you know, and sometimes my memories stay behind. I recall a path you started to follow, but it was one I've already trodden. Me? A soul warden? No, that could not be. It is such a pretentious-sounding name. And the soul wardens are all gone, lost, corrupted. Who knows? There is a tower not far. Go get your answers there, for I have none left.
History is filled with stories of failure, but ours will end in triumph. I promise you. Join me and we will achieve victory.
We have fallen back to the tower. On all sides, the corrupted come for us. Our lines of defense are broken. Our compatriots fleeing. Those who could cover the distance have come to this ancient place seeking shelter. We are preparing fortifications. We will make our stand here. I do not think it will be enough. They have broken through. We no longer have means of escape, but we were able to seal the upper floors of the tower. Even now I can hear them battering against our barrier. We have rationed our food and supplies, our weapons. They will not last much longer. Sleepless nights are ending. And quiet fear. The soul ones search my face for exposure. I cannot save them, but I will not show them my despair. The flies are exhausted. The tower shudders under their assault. There is nowhere else to go. Soon, they will ascend the stair, and all will be lost. They beg me to run, to preserve the Order's future. I will not be the last soul warden. I will not abandon my post.
You have been to the tower then, have you? The ghosts of my fellow wardens call from there, demanding that I remember pain, sadness, regret. I have stemmed the waters of memory for many years, but the dam is breaking. I will tell you what happened. We were not the first to stand against the corrupted. Heroes of a lost age once harnessed the magic of the ancients to defend Aeternum. Delving into a tomb of legend, we found the ancient rites those heroes employed, and the Soul Warden Order was born. Harnessing the ancients' magics, Romano blessed us with a bulwark against corruption's influence. But this gift came at great sacrifice. We would never be the same again. Our newfound powers carried us to many victories. I began to believe we could actually vanquish the corrupted. But the Crimson Sorcerer was a wily foe. He learned our secrets and exploited them. One by one, my fellow wardens became corrupted. The Tower of Arcturus is where we made our stand. In a final act of desperation, Constanza and I would leap from the heights. But in the end, I was alone. I have tried to honor the memory of my fallen friends, but the memories are too much. I am no longer a Soul Warden. There are no Soul Wardens anymore. There now. My story is complete. And you know the truth of who and what I was. End of my failure. I truly am the last. All that the Order was, all that it will be in this decaying mind of mine. I am sorry. You have come to me seeking a way to fight the darkness within. But I have nothing to offer. That is a terrible idea. The process required to harden one's soul against corruption demands a sacrifice. You cannot imagine. The days of the Soul Wardens are done with. And I have a great deal of fishing to do. Even if you were to pursue such a foolish notion, you would need to forge a weapon capable of combating corruption. And that would be difficult indeed. The angry earth is no longer generous with its seeds of power. There was once a huntress in these parts, an unfriendly and elusive sort. She spoke on the angry earth's behalf. You might ask about her in Oxborough, but getting her to give you a living seed, well, don't say I didn't warn you.
My hunch about this town was right. Did you know the jewelers deal in gold plating? These pampered city folk truly can't tell the difference. But what have you been up to? Well now, That's a bit strange. I was just hearing tavern talk the other day about some wild woman in the wood. Like a ghost. Disappears when you look at her. I'd ask the captain of the scouts. I'll wager he knows something.
I know one knows sniffing for information when I see one. I have certainly lived here long enough. Well, get on with it then. What do you want to know about? There's legends, and then there's truth. People talk nonsense. Say the huntress is part animal or some kind of spirit. She's actually just a recluse. Makes a shrine near the mines to the north her home. I'd look there.
You trespass on sacred ground, human. The angry earth do not want you here. I hope you have good cause.
You tread on what was once hallowed ground, human. Whatever your purpose coming here, it is misguided. Go back to your settlement. You say you've come to see me, but I see only darkness dwelling behind your eyes. The actions of your kind have already tainted this place. So, what purpose have you now? You are wasting your time and mine. It is the evil of your kind that slowly spreads across the land, poisoning everything. This fountain, once a source of life and power, now fouled. The flow of Azoth that once fed the fountain has become blocked, undoubtedly by the Crimson Plague that's overcome the nearby mine. Very well. If you can destroy whatever vile cankers have grown in the mine, we will hear your request. Otherwise, be gone.
Do you sense it, stranger? Something changed. I can feel it in the beat of the horse hooves. The primal spirits of this land are returning. They were once called beast lords, and I believe with their return, what was impossible is now possible. I knew you had a warrior's heart. Long ago, my brothers stole my inheritance from me. On that day, I swore I would prove the blood of my father flowed through my veins by taming the Taki, the ancient spirit horses of heaven. I found this land where no one had mounted a horse in millennia. I came here to tame what is untamable. There was a cult of the Beast Lords near Washam. Perhaps they left some clue there. Will you aid my search? It will take more than keen senses to conquer this mystery, stranger. The bond between horse and rider is sacred. One soul, two bodies. Remember this when you search.
What's this? After all this time, are there still humans on this island that revere the primal forces? If you wish to bond with the spirit of the beast, you must find an offering that demonstrates your soul is truly wild.
Do you realize what we've done, stranger? This changes everything. Look here, spirits of my ancestors. We have brought the horse to Aeternum. May the blood of my father ride forever beneath the eternal blue sky. The bond between horse and rider is sacred. Treat it well and it will carry you far, across many battlefields and to many victories. But forging such a bond takes time and effort. My people learn to ride at age 2 and start racing at age 6. I hope you're at least as skilled as our children. Let's find out. I have arranged a practice race for you. Head to the starting line to test your skills. This type of race is called a rally. A short distance course meant to test your speed. There are 100 roads to glory if your horse is fast enough. Stay aware of your surroundings and use your map to determine a swift route. Any spirit travel will disqualify you. You may find shortcuts and hidden paths if your eyes are keen enough. Good luck, my friend. Fate is kinder to the bold. If you want to build high, first dig deep. I'll see you when you're finished.
I have not seen your face around Everfall before. Tread carefully, adventurer. Danger lurks outside of the settlement. The kind that can take what you value most. So you best keep your wits about you. Then again, you seem to be more aware of the danger that menaces us. Yes, that vile, despicable evil spreading without end. Canary Mine is swarming with the wretches, who need to be put down. I happen to have some poison in my possession. If you sow it on their lands, they will suffer. The earth of Canary Mine will yield no more for the corrupted. Good. Let them starve. Let them feel the sting of privation.
The Earth's secret ways, once again, overcoming all. But your support will not be forgotten.
We are grateful for your role in restoring the fountain. But you should know that the angry Earth is capable of defending itself against corruption. Our secrets belong to us alone, but we have been known to offer some boons to those who prove to be our loyal allies. You have done your part, so I will hear what you came here to say. But I warn you, I have no sympathy for the plight of humans in the battle against corruption. It is not our fight. Do you even realize how much you ask? How much your kind has already taken? The angry Earth will want to know the truth. Do you plan to use this seed to fight corruption? You are honest, aren't you? Good. We loathe deceit. Perhaps on that account I will make your request. But tell me, do you know why humans fall to corruption, but the angry Earth does not? Because corruption's power feeds the ego, your kind's great weakness. Angry Earth has no ego, and that is how it offers protection. Try this tincture recipe. I believe it will help you.
I knew you had it in you. Push your limits and your skills will continue to grow. Now that the bond between man and beast has been rekindled, you'll find challenges from other races. Be prepared. In the wild, horses eat grass. A racing horse is a rare breed. The importance of this bond must be recognized. Craft the right victuals and you'll soon find your horse swift and eager as wildfire. You can conquer the world from the back of a good horse, brother. Take care of your mount, and it will take care of you. Here is a recipe my father taught me. It will keep your mount strong for the racing season. In the wild? Yes. But a racing horse is a special breed. With proper care, a good mount will carry you swiftly past the horizon. Well done. Your horse looks strong and eager, but the bond is forged through many hours in the saddle. You've shown a rare aptitude for horsemanship. I think even my forefathers will be impressed. But trust between horse and rider is something that is built over time. There will. The times I've posted are challenging, but pushing yourself and your steed to beat them will forge trust between the two of you. Good luck. Don't be intimidated by the tracks. They are meant to be difficult, but that difficulty will make you both stronger.
There now. That will afford you some protection, whether or not your request for the seed is granted. I communed with the elements while you were away, but they have not yet given an answer. Your sincerity has impressed me. That is the only reason we are still speaking. But I think it will take more than sincerity to earn the trust of the angry earth. The Ebonbrock caverns nearby are overrun with the corrupted. While they may pose no direct threat to the angry earth, they are a scourge on the land. You alone could not hope to achieve that. No. Destroy as many as you can, and see if you can discover the source of this most recent incursion. I suspect they are looking for something.
This island throngs with such sources of power. I will find them all to fortify our cause. The cause of humanity. Resist the goal. But you have seen the truth and the vision. Waste no more time, resist. Seize your birthright. Join me.
My companion has told me all that transpired in the cavern. Not even I knew of the shrine the angry earth harbored there. That they have succeeded in corrupting it is troubling beyond measure. I did. I'd prefer to believe this an anomaly, but precautions must be taken. I must visit the Mother Well and commune with the primal spirits there. Return to your instructor. Convey to him that our gift, and the reprieve that comes with it, is not without condition. Should your kind abuse it, we will visit our wrath upon you. It grants what your kind lacks, a connection to the Earth itself.
You have what you came for, so be grateful. This will strengthen your soul against the evil that seeks to claim it. Now be gone, human.
It is a relief to see you return. Though my heart trembles to harbor hope again, it's too late to turn back. You were able to get a living seed of the angry earth, then. I'm not surprised. The angry earth are not our allies by any stretch of the imagination, but you seem to have quite a knack for persuasion.
We have but one component of our conduit. Vital though it may be, we must now craft the staff that will contain it. Through it, you will draw on the power of your own soul to destroy corruption where it stands. Yes, the relationship between Azoth and the soul is complex, but it is this dynamic that gives a soul warden their strength. When focused through an Azoth staff, it can perform many wonders. We will start with the haft. The trees from which they were once carved no longer grow on Aeternum. The only way is to find one of the hafts we hid away as the days darkened. The ancient ruins of Canis contain such a cache. I fear that is a question none remain to answer. The ancients disappeared thousands of years ago. We simply used the ruins to find sanctuary from the corrupted. In some cases, it worked. Let us hope Canis is one of them.
Well now, it's been an age since I laid eyes on one of these. It brings back many memories. Not all of them painful either. For the next component of the Azoth staff, you must acquire one of our consecrated crosspieces. It will be tricky, however, as there are certainly none of these just lying about in an old chest. Yes, you may need to be resourceful. To the west, you will find the ancient structure that houses the forge. It was used by the Soul Warden Order even before my time. So, you may still find materials scattered throughout. Mind you, tread lightly, young one. Such places belong to the past, and the past has a habit of fighting back on this island. I see you managed it after all. A fine crosspiece. Almost as fine as Forge Master Ezra once made. Did you have any trouble? Ezra? It stands to reason that he would remain at his forge even after the light left him. He never did let it go cold. I am sure he would be pleased with your work. I fear there is little time to prepare you for what approaches. While you were away, I met a traveler who spoke of corrupted coming down from the north. I suspect they are driven on by the same vice that plagues your mind. I do not know. The traveler said the corrupted rally around something called the Tempest, a being they worship like a god. If this is the same being that haunts you, I fear your soul may be in great peril. No, other than maybe to give us a greater sense of urgency. But this is a momentous occasion. You are ready to forge your Azoth staff, and the Soul Wardens will soon be born anew. I cannot go. You must do this alone. It will require the sacrifice of part of your soul. Place the pieces of the staff on the ancient altar near the shattered obelisk. Then brace yourself. I will be with you in spirit.
Wood and metal can be broken, but in and even in small defeats, I step closer to my victory.
Welcome back. And look at you, still as fresh as a newborn babe. Most aspiring Soul Wardens return looking at least a little pale. You must have extra soul to spare. I have had time to give our predicament some thought. While we now possess an Azoth staff, it is but a beginning, and even armed with such an implement, we too are no bulwark against corruption. I think so. Go back to Oxborough. Shout from the rooftops. Bang pots and pans if you must. Rally their men and women at arms to meet the armies coming their way. You hold their only hope for salvation. I must make preparations. The hardest part of becoming a Soul Warden is still ahead. my young friend. Rally the city against the corrupted in the north. And then meet me in the southern ruins. Then you can become a true Soul Warden. If you still wish it.
At last! Someone in this foppish little city I can have a decent conversation with. Come on over. Gab a minute with your friend Grace. I've been poking around town, collecting gossip from all these fine lords and ladies. I might stay a while. There's a lot of coin changing hands around here, let me tell you. This town is much older than it looks. Believe it or not, it was the bleeding Roman legions that first made it into a proper village. But it soon became a trading hub for all sorts. The crossroads of Aeternum. And so it was. People coming from all over to buy and sell, and the gold in the town's coffers piled up. The trade barons ran the place for profit. No kings, no queens, and no messing. Each of the town's factions had its own enforcers, and for a while that seemed to work. But it was only a matter of time until vice and greed turned to violence. Fighting broke out in the streets, and the whole town burned down. But coin has a way of fixing things fast. Out of the ashes, the town of Oxborough came to life. The trade barons built it back, bigger, stronger, and more profitable than ever. And word is it's been smooth sailing ever since. Even when the corruption spread across the land centuries ago, Oxborough was still sitting pretty. These days, coin's flowing like never before, but the trade barons hoard their wealth from the shadows. It may be tricky, but there's a fortune to be made here, and Grace O'Malley won't be leaving until she gets her share.
So now you know what I've been up to. What about you? I see that fancy new staff you're toting around. What do you plan to do with that? I thought enough red-eyed rotters on the beach. If you get in a jam, I've got your back. But I'm not enlisting in that crusade. These fine folks seem to think they haven't a problem in the world beyond a shortage of herbs. You might try the constable. That's the one. She's a former Roman legionnaire. And you didn't hear it from me, but I hear her husband's gone missing. She might listen.
Hello, my busy friend. The signs are good today. I feel quite certain today's the day Centurion Mesha will finally return home. Corrupted? That's preposterous. He's battled the demon hordes more times across the centuries than I can count. Besides, I would have seen the signs. I've heard the reports, of course. Corrupted in some isolated spots in North Everfall. But they're not massing for an attack. All the signs are good. Now you sound like my husband, always skeptical. He'll return soon. For now, try Captain Dubois. Perhaps he can spare some soldiers for you.
fine day to you, traveler. I trust your meeting with the constable was mutually beneficial? Was there anything I can offer you to support your interests? Oh, well, I've heard the reports, and I salute your courage in battling the Crimson Menace. That staff appears to be a formidable weapon. Unfortunately, I cannot send soldiers to join you on your mission. Every available guardsman is deployed now in an effort to combat the current crisis. Why, you haven't heard? Impossible! There's a devastating shortage of herbs. Many of our wealthier citizens depend on such herbs for happiness and health. The herbalist who normally caters to our city is named Ao, but he hasn't made an appearance in months. We've sent search parties. For Oxborough, it is a crisis of the highest order. So by all means, your campaign gets my full moral support. But do look out for How. Good luck!
Do you see this? Or are you just going to walk on by like everyone else? Huh, these roads are supposed to be safe. What dark times these must be for people to just turn away from a poor innocent merchant who's been waylaid by rabid wolves. Oh no, the wolves were vicious and slobbery, but they didn't get any of the good stuff. I just need someone to help ride my cart. Do I look like a lumberjack? Or some muscle-bound warrior who can lift a heavy weight with their pinky finger? I need help here. Finally, someone with a heart. Help me out here and I'll see you richly rewarded in Oxborough. I've got friends there in high places, I do.
destiny of this island is already decided. Do you not see it? The weak shall succumb, and the strong shall prevail. Raise your fist against the Crimson Storm, but it is a force of nature and destiny. Join the Tempest and be the storm.
I can't believe it. Is it really them?
Herbs and spices for everyone! Hero House to the rescue!
I can't believe it. Oxborough survives its greatest threat yet.
I told you these people are something else. Got their heads in the clouds. I've never met a herbalist as popular as your Mr. How. But maybe they weren't picking the right herbs.
You and I know the truth, don't we? Herbalist How may get all the glory, but you're the one who did the work. You're the real hero. Nah, you'd be a fool if you did. Flying your flag everywhere is just an invitation for trouble. You and the old codger are more my sort of people.
Hal made it back! And with all his goods intact. This is marvelous! One less thing to worry about. I feel confident this will sort itself out. Hal's return is such an auspicious occasion. I must believe that Centurion Mesha will return very soon now.
Ah, the staff has done its work. I can taste it in the air. Consecrated crown will repel the corrupted for a time. I'd say you were born to be a soul warden. If that weren't such a tragic notion. Oh yes, a side effect of the process. Like it or not, you'll be able to taste corruption soon too. Like a rotten tooth, sweet with decay, followed by an aftertaste of blood. It quite ruins dessert, I'm afraid. Your success with the staff you forged proves your readiness. It is now time for you to face this final step to becoming a true Soul Warden. You must acquire a heart gem. Your defense against corruption. A vessel you'll use to encase your soul and protect it. A cold vault within your chest. Yes. But do not get hung up on details. There will be a time to discuss such things. For now, you must simply acquire the gem. Look here. These ancient guardians were once human, proud warriors. In a war now lost to time, they sacrificed in ways much like the Soul Wardens. No, but the elements for creating a heart gem, they do. This will be no easy task, but I believe in you. I will wait here. Look at that! An empty heart gem. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Take a good look, because this thing is going to become part of you forever. A soul warden's power comes from creating distance in your soul, like a firebreak in the forest. The heart gem provides that barrier, inuring your soul against corruption. Not entirely. You can still fall to temptation or rage, but it offers protection, a buffer. Sadly, it also buffers against the taste of food, the warmth of sunlight, the love of another. Are you sure you're ready? Oh, that part is simple. Easier than it was, at least. You just have to die. That is the easy part. First, you must enter the Heart Forge and face its guardian. Then we will complete the ritual. Trust me now, and go. For this to work, you must surrender without reservation. Be still. The ritual is complete. For better or worse, you are now a true Soul Warden.
Our bond will not be so easily severed. You have shielded your heart, but not your mind. Your mind will guide you from me.
Welcome back, Soul Warden. You are now part of a legacy that goes back beyond the reach of history. You have done more than surrender a life. You have surrendered your own soul. I salute your sacrifice. The initiation of a new Soul Warden once called for a feast attended by the entire Order. But with just the two of us, I suspect it would make for a rather dull affair. Yes, we must find allies as well. We needed to repeat the failed experiment of doing this alone. Such fools we were, to turn away those who sought to support us. Arrogance. The childish notion we were special, that we alone were destined to save the world. There was a priest who warned us, counseled humility, but we refused his suggestions and his support. A suitable start, I suppose. Brother Umberto trudged off to Brightwood, as I recall. It's a dark and dead forest now, but perhaps he remains there. Meet me at the Shadow Mine Shrine, and we'll go from there.